My actual initial introduction to Eric was when he showed back up in WWE, like in the early 2000s, and like I found it quite interesting having like the limited context and knowledge that I did at that point in time because I was like, oh, this is huge. Like he's gonna come in and he's gonna stir shit up, and like that's kind of what happened to a degree. So yeah, I always thought it was cool, like that they kept those elements even after the invasion finish. You know, you had Rick show up and you had, you know, the nWBro and you had Eric. So yeah, that was probably my favorite moment was that initial Vince interruption moment.
Right, very nice. How about you, Big Kev?
I hate to double up, but yeah, the moment he showed up on Raw, like you never ever thought that would happen. Like watching like in context before and watching the Monday Night Wars, like him to turn up in that show was like, wow. Like so, yeah, that moment was pretty special. But just in general, like I think Bischoff as a character and a talker. I don't think he gets enough credit as a talker because I'd put him up there as one of the best. I think he's, like Paul Heyman gets a lot of credit as the great talker, but I feel like Bischoff's better than him. I think he's got more substance to his promos, and they don't seem sound all the same to me. But yeah, I don't think Bischoff gets enough credit for his character work and his promos.
Very good. Okay, well, those are your both of your choices there, guys. One I'm going to is it's from 1999. And I'm sure we'll get to it when we get to it. But I'm not really spoiling too much here. It's just a segment that took place. Eric Bischoff had, at that stage, lost the presidency of WCW. So now he was just a regular worker for WCW. And Ric Flair was the president. And Ric Flair put him to work with the ring crew. So there was throughout the show, this episode of Nitro, they kept cutting back to what happened when Eric Bischoff had to help out the ring crew. And I'm not gonna give too much away about what happened, but let's just say it was really funny how fucking like just crabby Eric was and having to he had to take direction from like the leader of the ring crew, who's like this old bloke with a beard, and he was just like Eric was like a petulant child. It was to me, that's like my favorite Eric Bischoff moment were those segments on that show.
Bischoff wasn't afraid to show a bit of ass, as they say, to get made fun of, or a lot of things happen. Would he go into a dumpster or something when in WWE? So yeah, he did all that stuff. He wasn't afraid to show a bit of ass, as they say.
Yeah.